All that we are talking about today is how to bring the best of the public market to private companies so that they get financing.
Reimagining going public with continuous securities offerings. Let's take a closer look at a novel way for companies to reach their financial goals. How does this stakeholder model differ from the traditional insider system? Joris Delanoue, Fairmint.
Hello everyone, I'm Joris Delanoue. I've been an entrepreneur since 15 years now. I've been building and scaling companies from idea to exit, mostly in Europe, and I'm here today to present you my new venture, a US company, Fairmint. First of all, thank you very much for welcoming us here. We are really happy to be here today with you to share this new idea of continuous offering. And I will start by talking about capitalism. Sorry for that. So capitalism is already known as the shareholder-centric model. But most of the time we hear about the fact that this system is broken. I don't know if you read about Ray Diallo last post yesterday saying that this system is broken. We also hear Mark Benioff that started TC Disrupt last month in San Francisco saying that capitalism as we know it is probably dead. And he's not the only one. Leo Strine, the former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Delaware, also wrote a piece of paper in the Harvard Business Review last month saying that we need a fair and sustainable capitalism and a fair gain sharing between stakeholders. Michael Seibel also talks and tweets about this new system, saying that there is a new view that takes hold, and it's a view where users, customers, employees are seen as the true stakeholders of companies. But when we talk about this shareholder-centric model, we talk about a traditionally reserved model for insiders. And our generation now wants something bigger, something more fair, a new sustainable model. We want a stakeholder-centric model. And this model basically won't be able to use the equity, which is the tool for the shareholder-centric model. So if the equity is not the right model, well, we have to work on what will be the next one. What will be the next tool to serve this stakeholder-centric model? And to do that, what's best than interviewing founders, stakeholders, investors? So we've been interviewing hundreds and hundreds of them. And most of the time, the answer was crystal clear. Founders, basically, they want financing. The stakeholders, they want access. They missed Uber, they missed Airbnb. And investor, they value liquidity to the point that they can trade it versus governance. And working on that, we've been dealing with all these expectations. And we've been thinking of how to use a new way to go public. And today, I'm here to introduce you this new way for companies, private companies, to go public. And I'm here to introduce you the continuous securities offering. So the continuous securities offering, what is it? Well, first of all, it's a novel way for a company to get financing. So we tick the founder expectation. Secondly, it's an equitable participation for the stakeholders. That's the access they were requiring. And creating this new kind of table beside the cap table, let's say a fair table, it's also an opportunity to sit and leave the table anytime. So that's the liquidity investor were looking for. Now, how does it work? Well, let's focus on what the top line of companies are, so the revenues. And with this revenue, the company will build a collateral over the time using a fixed percentage of their revenue, their future revenue. And that means that investors, stakeholders will get the opportunity to speculate on what will be the future revenue of the company. And all that we are talking about today is how to bring the best of the public market to private companies so that they get financing. And this is something that is possible today because tech makes it possible. And to be more precise, decentralized finance makes it possible. Decentralized finance is probably the chance for our generation to counteract inequalities by decentralizing access to wealth. And obviously, equity was not the right tool for that. So that's why we've been building the CSOs. And the way we've been building that, started with the white paper that received such a warm welcome last year. We published it. So that's the continuous organization white paper, the vision of what would be an organization in 2050. It received a warm welcome from you. Some of you here are supporting the project since 1 year now, and we thank you so much for that. On top of that, we've been building a smart contract that is currently under audit by Consensus Diligence. And these two parts of the stack are free. They are open source, and that's our gift to the community. But to run a CSO, we needed more value. So we've been working on the legal framework with Atrium and Brookwood, two law firms in the States. We've been working on building a tax framework with one of the big four. We've been working with the team of block science, the team of Michael Zargam, PhDs and mathematicians, to create a complete simulation of what would be a CSO. And obviously, we embedded all that in our tech to build Fairmint. And Fairmint is really the first platform for the CSO. And we wanted to make it so simple that what we make possible is that any company can tomorrow put a simple Invest Now button on their website, on their app, so that the entire ecosystem, their community, can go and invest and support the company they believe in and get the upside that they deserve in counterpart. And today, I'm super happy because we launched the preview with you today, since we've been invited. And you can join on fairmint.co and see what will be the first CSO that we will be running next month for Fairmint. And if you are interested in this concept and you want to support the model, you will be probably among the first to join this CSO. Thank you very much. And if you have any question, just let's stay in touch. You can use our Twitter, you can use our Telegram, and it will be a pleasure to discuss about continuous securities offering. Thank you very much.